Okay, I have my notes.
Very good.
There's no notes.
Welcome back, everyone. It has been a bit, but we're here with Final Fantasy XVI. 24 hours in. Apparently 62% of the way through.
Of the game?
I don't know if that's like story mode or if that's
just this chapter.
like trophies. Well, trophies 20%, so no, 60%.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal.
Yo, he's been such
Where
a
did you
good
get
boy.
him? Like, in the first place.
He just fell from the sky, you know.
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories.
Turns out he's a
They
prince
were
from
crossing
like
a
a wolf
snowfield when
kingdom.
they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the
Just
dominant
like the
of
Avatar.
Shiva, and the other?
Yeah.
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers,
What?
Gosh, figures.
just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we
Mika's
thought.
here.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health.
He will
Why,
live
the
for
beast has
centuries.
the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Phrasing.
For your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Uncle Byron?
Boy, run!
My boy!
He's gonna jump.
Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Now we're not gonna get any work done. It's like the party boat just drew up.
Right.
Jeez. This island was like STD free until he just walked on board.
Meanwhile,
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
What do you think, trophy
Of course,
wife?
none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
The way he says very good, it's like they practiced that for a couple hours before she got there.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can.
Recognize that voice?
And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time.
And
As much as I would enjoy witnessing a
harmless.
clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
But maybe not harmless.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
People? Oh, you mean
There will be losses, it is true.
peons?
is this actually a good guy?
Yet for every citizen who falls,
Are we the
another can be
baddies?
bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
I feel like for effect you should have reversed those lines.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Why is Dion Bahamut, but his name is an acronym, or not an acronym? His name scrambles to be Odin.
I don't know. Also, did he just like...
Get high off that flower?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called King's Breath or whatever.
Eat this.
Prepare for battle.
But sire,
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Third chair for the prince.
if that is
It's
your
probably
wish,
his chair.
Your
Oh, wait,
Radiance,
you're right. Probably the prince.
I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
Thank you, Sleepy Otaku, for the 11 months. Nearly a year indeed.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Maybe you should make him do all these terrible things.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Is she Annabella?
Brother Dion, get the tables.
Dang it, Rick.
Thank you, Camertages, for the 32 months. Hello, John Wick. Number 5.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
All right.
Go.
Let's go party with Unc.
Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Look, I'm a lord of House Rossfield. Jeez.
All right.
Get all gooey-eyed over
my
me.
dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there?
Grab my
There are
things.
2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
2,000? Poor Gab.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Last time.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast.
Yeah.
So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us
Having
say
your
that
arms off
Royalists
something you can
did
bend?
put ashore with a mind to
With
spirit
enough
Kupka
magic.
away from under your
You
very
have enough
nose.
of the
Could that
poor
truly have been their
slave
plan for
people
him?
burn themselves
To
out.
load him aboard one of the ships
kill you.
flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde.
We still took his
To spend
icon there,
weeks
right?
at sea,
I mean, we
being
took a
tossed hither
chunk
and
of its
yon
power,
by
but he still
unforgiving
got it.
waves. His life hanging in the balance.
He's still a
No.
dominant.
The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow
Benedicta
it.
wasn't, though.
So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Well, that's good, because that's probably what's going to come to.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
Oh wait, you're going
I'd be
all
glad
the
of the
way to
company.
Fang?
Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Alright, off to the desert.
Will we find the desert mouse? I mean hare. I mean rat. The
Hare.
desert rat. Hare. All animals are cooler when you say desert in the front of it. Like it just makes them seem cool.
I was a young man when last I
Rommel,
walked this
desert
path.
fox.
The desert bear.
Oh, I bet Torgal's and I having a good time.
What
gosh, a frost wolf. He shouldn't have
There's an
come.
old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
He can use Aether though.
The
So
trading post it is.
he probably magically cools himself or something.
Uncle probably shouldn't just like hang around with us, right? Like he's still undercover, kinda.
Yeah,
Pretending to be on the side of the baddies.
and we are in the wilderness, I guess.
Jaunty music. It looks open and vast.
Our destination lies over that dune.
Imagine we're gonna be
beyond
quite
the
limited.
ruins.
I like
Welcome,
your
wild
uncle.
Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
I lose my
that
bearings everywhere.
dune.
Sands or no. Alright. Let's get some scorpion tails. Let's get back into this combat before it actually matters.
Let's see what our uncle does. Is he gonna combat?
It's been a bit.
Nope. I
I
think
do
he
not
just.
see.
He is. Look, Uncle's doing stuff.
That's the thing. Oh yeah, then we got this now. Bam! It's a tough one to use.
Yeah, you gotta stay still for so long, don't you?
But I do like to look at it. Raging Fist is just like
Many years ago,
Just go
when
ham,
you were
right?
just a boy, you and I rode this way together. Accompanying your father on a
That's a
scouting
big-
expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so
Okay, he's talking
eager
during the
to be
fights.
there when
Yeah.
your brother arrived.
It's nice that something's happening.
Whipped your
Fights.
chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
Aw,
I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
his voice really carries.
yeah, it does.
Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
It always weirds me out when like someone other than the main character tells like the dog character to like run and play, because it always feels like a "they're going to betray you" moment.
We went into assassin mode, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Man, our clothes look so hot.
I know. If only we looked as hot.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
Chocobo soup.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
That means they eat the chocobos.
Would you rather be my squire?
Charcuterie. Actually, kind of surprised that they're serving like
That'd be-
those sort of cheeses
Like
in the
they-
desert.
Yeah. That'd be the equivalent of like horse stew, right?
Yeah, but like horse stew's supposed to be good, right?
Horse stew?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Horse?
No.
Why isn't the horse?
Terrible.
Doesn't horse taste good?
Too muscly.
I don't know. I've never had it.
It's the reason, like, you read in the history books, and you know times are desperate when they're eating the horses. It's not like the choice.
Oh my gosh, she's here too.
Seems that way.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
It's that big door.
It's a well-balanced door, too. She only opened it with one hand. Go downstairs. Your brother's having dinner.
You think she'll recognize us?
I don't think she's ever met us.
Yeah, she seems to have met Joshua after he left us. And by he left us, I mean we brutally murdered him.
And he came back to life, maybe?
As Phoenix do.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand. I hear they got our
That's
guest
what the
back to
Harkonnen
Fang
bought
without
too.
any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
God, Uncle, weren't you gonna shut up?
Let's get this down us. We've a long way to go. Hey, you.
You ruined this, Uncle.
Uncle's such a pain in the butt. He only knows how to party at one volume.
But hey, at least this fight breaking out.
Uncle.
Gonna maybe alert Joshua
Sorry.
that we're here.
No, this is where the desert hare steps in and solves everything.
Genie. 3 wishes.
God, she couldn't even see us because it was just like, thank goodness for that bookshelf, I guess.
She didn't even get to see the fire.
We should go.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Hey.
These crazy Rothfields are causing trouble. Oh, okay. She's gonna check it out.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
Look at that guy back there. Just trying to stay in camera as long as possible. He eats like a pig. Oh my gosh. They're probably gonna be like, no, you know what? Never mind.
We don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
I love him. I love him now. He's gonna sit there and drink, isn't he? Are we gonna hear chewing noises the whole fight?
Yeah, no. Take him.
Try it.
Okay, so like if our brother can't tell that the Phoenix's protector is downstairs using Phoenix powers right now.
Bravo, my boy. Just like that.
That's hilarious. Just like that, boy. Drink.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Let's see how it went upstairs. Your Grace.
Dude summoned a tornado.
Run away. What? Oh, who took him?
Took him.
How's our
He's
chance?
right there.
Oh.
Brother!
Come on, Clive, you can do it. Keep working. Kick. Window.
Torgal can sniff him out.
Yeah. I'm surprised Torgal's not with him right now. He never ate his carrots.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
I was trying to think if there's like a food that, like, if I was looking for one of my siblings and I found a plate of food with one uneaten part, like, what food would it be?
Well, with Calvin, it would be everything.
At one time, it would have been like all the ends of the fries for you.
It's true.
Where are you?
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
Prince of Persia.
He's pretty cool.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way.
Or
Just
this quest.
be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
Already kicked your butt once, dude.
What do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble's that, then?
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word
On
of
my way
advice
to
in
being a
recompense.
graybeard.
Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Walks outside and calls for the guards.
It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Fair, Uncle is probably a couple beers deep.
Couple.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
That's a lot of crystals. Jeez.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Don't stab him. There's a lot of crystal.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty.
Via the black market.
Being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
Right.
No, that's a because Private already died. You're not gonna last long.
No. No, he's not.
The dogs have been through the air like Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
Alive.
Well, better kill that bastard.
Done.
How is that guy alive? His life bar was empty.
Kabam!
You should beat those guys up with Titan's own powers.
Oh yeah?
Because it would really, like, you know, freak them out.
Alright. Is there any left? There's one. Way over here.
Oh. Who's he casting Cure on?
Self, I guess. Oh, I gotta have it. Not very mobile.
Hey, his bird's attacking too.
Damn bird!
That was pretty cool.
More? Haha!
That's pretty cool.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
Cha-ching.
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
Why didn't you bring a wagon? Did you think we'd get the job done?
They want to be sneaky.
You held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the south gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the...
I think that's about as good as you're gonna get.
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
Wouldn't that be great?
And
how that,
please,
like, if that actually
feel
worked
free to
in real
send
life?
one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
All right then. Get all of Sid's sloppy seconds.
Umialostelan. Tuisakelis.
I hope it can close its eyes.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive.
What an embarrassing real name.
So be sure not to let me down. I have a
Like
reputation to
Gerald.
uphold.
Through the gate.
We're gonna shop first?
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. So Maggie and Waloot are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Sid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
Who cares?
Dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
He's got, like, both sides look like they will accept buttons, and yet there are no buttons on his vest.
Well, I don't think they're actually made for tying buttons. I think it's made for tying strings. Everything that everybody's wearing is laced.
Alright, let us cut off Titan's head this time.
This is the jaw.
Gotta cut the nape. That's how you do it.
Yay, we've activated his obelisk.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
What?
Kupka will be hiding inside.
It's Like a nest made of broken
Along
eggshells.
with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert.
Gotta go through the mine.
You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
Oh, you're leaving?
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back.
We're taking
Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know?
Like Sid?
Oh, now, Papa.
Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me.
I mean, we've also
Just like your brother.
married horrible woman. Jill going to betray us?
Impossible.
Well then, this is where we
She
must
could kick
part
our
ways.
ass.
Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet.
He hasn't died yet.
You can regale me too, Torgal.
Torgal does love his nuts.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Maybe we should have asked Jill if she wanted to come.
She's healing.
Okay.
Alright. I think we will go and fight Kupka next time.
Next time?
Next time.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good evening.
I hope we live through the next fight.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.